Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and this is going to be kind of a combination between a review of my GMade R1 Rock Buggy and also some running video that will be just here in a little bit. So wanted to kind of narrate as the buggy is kind of going through a little stomping ground that I have in Southern California here in Holy Gem Canyon. Captured some pretty good little snapshots here, so I definitely wanted to show you guys those. And we'll get to some running video here in just a moment. Just a reminder, this is completely box stock. There is no option items on there except for the electronics that wasn't included in the almost ready to run version. Now I am running a Tekin FXR speed control and the 45 turn Pro motor, Savox 1283 SG servo. There is a Black Series 3S LiPo and also a Castle BEC just to kind of regulate power to everything. All in all, I was very impressed with how the GMade performed. I took it out for about an hour a couple days ago and captured some pretty good footage here of not only some kind of real rocky kind of comp crawler type area, but also some kind of scaling and trailing that kind of I'm known for in this little area here in Southern California. So as far as some of the issues with the buggy, I found no issues at all during this run. Nothing broke, so that's always a good day in RC. Nothing had any issues at all. I pretty much turned it on and had some fun pulling the trigger and turning the wheels. So you'll notice here I probably need to adjust my drag brake just a little bit when I was kind of cruising on down that little hill there. The tires performed pretty well. I had brought some extra 2.2s with me just in case, but I never had the need to really switch them out. The stock tires worked pretty good. They probably weren't the best tires ever invented, but they did their purpose, so I was pretty happy with the way that the tires performed. The next thing on down the line was the axles and drive shafts. That definitely had me kind of wondering, will they last if I, start getting on the throttle? And you'll see here the sideways buggy march, kind of cruising across there. There was no issues with the drive shafts at all. They held strong with all the torque of that 45 turn motor with 3S LiPo. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think that I need to actually switch those out at all. So if they happen to break, sure, I'm going to upgrade them. On to some other things here. There's plenty of power with the motor I'm running and the way the gearing was. I was kind of afraid that with the portal axles, and you'll notice that here in just a little bit, they are geared down to lower the amount of wheel turn per turn of the motor. So there's not only the center transmission and then on out to the differentials, but there's also those portal axles that raise the differential up to just give you more clearance. So I was kind of worried about that, but all in all, everything was good. I had plenty of power, nothing kind of clogged up with all the gears that were being turned on this R1 Rock Buggy. Recommended upgrades, there's probably only a couple that I can think of. The first two would definitely be the skid plates that are available. The center skid plate, I think, is kind of needed. Right now it's kind of like a corrugated plastic that's underneath. I think the aluminum skid plate, I think it's $15 or so, would be great, just to kind of get you over some obstacles and whatnot. And you'll see here in just a second what I'm talking about. The center kind of gets caught up on things, and it would just help to have that little skid plate there. The other thing is the front skid plate. There's one that actually kind of protects the steering linkage and kind of gets you up and over things a little bit easier. As you see, I'm stuck here on a center point. but a quick little correct in reverse and everything's good. Other upgrades that I may look into in the future would be the raised links. The lower links on all four corners are just straight links. Was thinking about getting the raised ones just to kind of raise it up a little bit higher and give a little bit more ground clearance. And then, possibly the drive shafts, but we'll have to, I'm going to run these until they break, so, or if they break, who knows. As far as high speed in this thing, I did a little bit here where I was kind of bouncing around, and the tires definitely give you that bounce when you start hitting the throttle. Definitely more of a crawler scaler type vehicle. So, but wanted to show you guys, what it looks like when you put a little bit of speed to it. And then just kind of crawling back out of the little canyon here and about ready to head home. There's a little bit more footage after I get done talking. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk if you haven't already muted it. So that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Thumbs up and subscribe.